Doggone it. Welcome everybody to Aligning with Success. This is Mike DiMuccio, Royal Diamond with Nikken. We have a special call tonight, a few very special guest speakers. First, I'd like to open the call with Maggie McKee, who is a veteran with Nikken Diamond from Vancouver, BC. And she's going to tell us a little bit about what's been happening with one of her new rising stars, Elaine, who's on the line as well. Fresh back from the Toronto Summit, which was a really a fantastic event. I'm sure all of you who were there agree was definitely a different event than what we're used to, I guess, in Nikken. I think it was a cut above. I had a real wonderful call with our CEO, Kurt Foley, today, who was giving us lots of kudos for an exceptional event. Very pleased with his comments as well. So Maggie, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's been happening with Elaine, as she seems to be getting a real quick start in the business, something we want to see as a norm. So please share with us.
Sure. Well, I met Elaine at a business lunch, and we exchanged cards, and we didn't really have time to do anything other than say, you know, let's have coffee. So she looked at my card, which has the words collaborative entrepreneur on it, and she was fascinated by that. So she said, we have to get together. So we met at my local coffee shop, which is about 3 blocks from my home. And Michael, thank you so much for all of the tools, life and balance tools, because, you know, I sit down with people that are new, like Elaine, and I start out with the why wheel. And so we just had the most amazing connection and conversation. And by the end of that time, we'd finished the why, and it was clear that Elaine was certainly looking for something. So I said, look, I just live down the street. Why don't you come and experience the energy technologies? Because she's an energy worker, so I knew she would understand what we were doing. So she came down to my home and experienced that, and decided that this was something that she was really interested in. She's such a perfect match to the vision of Nikken, I must say. So immediately she ordered all 3 packs, which is pretty amazing. Not immediately, but within a short time. And she also registered for the Toronto event, and I can't remember how many guest tickets she bought. She can answer to that. But 2 of the people who attended that with her, then we followed up with them, of course, and they came on board this week, both of them at Executive Plus, and Elaine had the points to complete silver. We have 1 order to complete the outside the primary and secondary leg rule. So we're just having so much fun, Michael. And what a great student you are, Elaine. So maybe you can unmute and tell us your perception.
I don't know, I immediately resonated as soon as I sat down with Maggie, and I think that I immediately trusted her. And I felt that was really, really important. And then when she just showed me the 5 pillars of health and how they all interrelated, it made so much sense to me, because years ago, as a starving artist, I spent more than 30 years in the performing arts, and I loved it with all my heart and soul, but I certainly didn't make a lot of money. And I had toyed with the idea of selling product, but nothing that I looked at I could support with integrity, because you could take a supplement and not eat well, not have poor mental hygiene, and smoke and not exercise, and so on and so on and so forth. So I put that little idea on the shelf, and then lo and behold, 40 odd years later, I met Maggie. And as she said, the collaborative moniker attached to entrepreneurship was really, really different for me. I was curious about that, because I had collaborated as an artist, I had collaborated as an educator, and I was involved in competitive entrepreneurship for the entire length of my marriage, which was almost 40 years. Yeah. So it was a whole new paradigm for me, paradigm shift for sure. And I'm just thrilled to be on board.
Well, we're thrilled to have you, and congratulations on your early rise, fast achievements, because once you get a bug for this, first there's an old adage in Nikken, first you get into Nikken, then Nikken gets into you. And I think nature loves speed. You know, the universe loves speed and efficiency. So we like to see people move up the compensation plan quickly, especially to the rank of silver, if nothing more for self-serving reasons. Elaine, at the rank of silver, you are now maximizing the compensation plan on every activity that you're involved in, everything from personal consumption to retail sales to sponsoring and overrides of downlines. So that's one of the reasons why we like to help people achieve the rank of silver as quickly as possible, because it makes them more profitable at that rank. It makes them the most profitable at that rank. So congratulations on that. And we certainly want to see more and more people. Now, Maggie, you referred to somebody joined the business at Senior Plus. Most people will know what you're meaning by that. Would you just...
Sorry, executive. There's the old words there, Michael.
Well,
yeah.
You may have even said Executive Plus, but could you just refer to, what do you mean by that?
Sure. Well, two of the people who were guests of Elaine's in Toronto, we followed up with, and the first person got all 3 packs. And it was interesting because the gal at Nikan who took our order, because it had to be a live order for the free shipping on the energy pack and the water pack, she said, "Oh, this is the first time I've ever taken an order for all 3 packs." She was excited as we were. So that, along with some personal use products, it was the equivalent of 2,600 points. Which is above executive. Executive is 1,500 points. So the second gal who was there, she also saw the benefit of the packs. She got, I think, 2 packs, right, Elaine? Yeah, and so that put her and some personal use products. So that got her at 1,500 at a bit. So that was another executive. And so now, of course, we're going to roll that forward and have Elaine work with more people so that she can earn the Entrepreneurs Club, which is 1 more executive within 30 days of that those first 2 orders were in within 2 hours. It was beautiful. So 1 more executive will give her the awards. I use the incentive booklet a lot, Michael, because I said to Elaine, I want you to win absolutely everything in this booklet because you deserve it, right? So we're going to start with the Entrepreneurs Club and get that $300, and $300 US in Canada is more than $300, as you know, so that's really nice. And you know, we're working on moving to having 3 frontline silvers doing the Paragon Award in the next 3 months, and you know, moving forward from there to build a really, really solid business that has a lot of legs and bones and successes in it.
Fantastic. Before we transition to our award winners from the Humans Being More awards ceremony, I'd like to maybe just ask either you or Elaine to comment on the impact of the event with respect to how it's impacted your behavior or what's been going on for you in the business in the last month. Or so it hasn't even been a month, I guess.
Well, you know, I don't think that the 2 guests that I brought, I don't think they would have signed up had they not really experienced that container that you created for us, and just to feel that energy and that excitement that was created. It's contagious. It's infectious. As you say, it gets into you. Nikan gets into you. And so I think had they just read about it, or if I had made a presentation, and as lovely as Maggie is, as she had done at ABC, it would not have had the same outcome, I believe, as actually being at the event. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Maggie, any thought on that?
Well, I mean, I think I'm in the perfect place with where Nikan is right now, and thanks to the Toronto event, there's just so much energy and power. Plus, you know, finding someone, attracting someone like Elaine who gets it and is a good student, and you know, it's really great going forward because she is setting the bar high for the people that she's bringing in, and you know, now she knows, because we use those tools that you created all the time. So she knows when she goes to Saskatoon next month, what to present, what to train with, and how to do an ABC, because we've done several with her. So the duplication is so key.
Fantastic. Excellent.
Okay.
Okay.
If I could just comment, thinking about setting the bar high, it was the standard 20 years ago. You had the demo pack and the career pack, and you just got them. You know, it wasn't unusual. So that's cool. So once one does it, then everybody else will.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody. I'm going to switch gears for a second here. I'm going to go back to our collage. I'm going to end this recording and start a new one because I would like to capture this one a little bit differently. This will be our award winners that I'd like to interview. So give me 1 second as I set this up.